Mason, Carlito, high intensity 12.
And when the bell sounds, the man in command, your official, Mr. Stephen Dumeng. And now the combatants who get set for battle first. To my right, representing the prestigious Cologne wrestling family, coming to us from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Weighing 225 pounds, the challenger.
225? Bitch, please.
That's an insult. Is that really necessary, that kind of language? He's a body guy.
Dude, just been heavy drinking and having a good time in my life. We're up to about 246, 247 right now.
Not quite as many as Angel.
But in 1 month, Body Carlito will be back.
I stand corrected, weighing in at 246 pounds, the challenger, Carlito!
You know, it's not very gentlemanly to spit in people's faces the way that Carlito does.
New York City loves it.
This crowd is ready to see a brand new champion crowned as he flexes those biceps.
In fact, it brings shame to the great Cologne.
And his opponent across the ring to my left, flying in from his private palatial summer estate in La Romana, Dominican Republic, weighing in at a fuck ton of money. He is your current reigning, defending House of Glory heavyweight champion of the world, the root of all evil, Charles Mason.
This man was the first ever Cruiserweight champion in House of Glory, a former tag team champion, the longest reigning crown jewel champion, and as he puts it, God forbid, the last ever HOG World Heavyweight Champion. That is what makes him a Grand Slam champion. It makes him a very dangerous individual. Nobody will take that away from him. But a dark cloud has been hanging over this company ever since Puerto Rican weekend. Will it lift tonight?
You call it a dark cloud. I think Charles Mason brings a ray of sunshine to House of Glory.
Yeah, of course you will. Of course you will. You're 2 peas in a pod.
Well, the move that Charles Mason elicits seems to vary from individual to individual.
Well, here we go, and I will tell you, his first title defense took place in Texas last month. It was winner takes all against Zilla Fatu. And Zilla came flying in with a Samoan spike. Mason intentionally hit a low blow, and the referee saw it and called for the bell, but these two went at it tooth and nail. And Mason, when it was over, was drenched in blood, and he was smiling.
Of course he was.
Watch the technical acumen of Charles Mason on display there. It was almost over. Mason almost had Carlito in the reign of terror there.
As you had said, Salamonster, Charles Mason already licking his lips, and we are just getting to, as the doctor was saying, the feeling out process of this House of Glory World Championship match. High intensity 12, cooking with gas. Folks, watch it along on Triller TV Plus. Join in the conversation on social media. Use the hashtag HOGintensity.
You know, Mason says he knows Carlito, and this is what he says, not what I say, but he says Carlito just lost his job, and he's looking to get back on his feet, which is ridiculous. But Mason says that's not going to happen, not at his expense. He's going to make Carlito choke on that apple. We'll see about that as he licks the hand.
You know, some great luminaries in the past have called Carlito an underachiever.
That's
Ric
true.
Flair was one of them.
That is true.
Perhaps Carlito has not lived up to his potential, the potential of being
look at
the
this.
son.
It's not an apple, it's a skull.
The son of the legendary Puerto Rican champion, Carlos Colon.
Charles Mason, I gotta believe the occasion is not lost on Charles Mason to put that on his resume. Defeated a member of the Cologne Wrestling Dynasty.
But if Carlito were to somehow win the HOG World Championship tonight, then perhaps he would be able to say that he had lived up to that legacy.
Suffice to say, a lot of chips on the table for both champion and contender. And Carlito,
he just ran over Charles Mason like a freight
He
train.
ran over, he's like a
he
truck.
was being sheepish about his condition during the introductions, but he looks like $1 million. He is moving incredibly well.
Now Carlito all of a sudden has control.
That top flight experience all over the world.
Oh, 25 years worth of experience for Carlito. He's no rookie.
No doubt about it, has a chance to achieve immortality in New York City.
As the doctor said, former Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion in WWE, former WWC Puerto Rico Champion, so
no stranger to highly intense situations.
not at all. Now Mason now outside the ring. The only way you can win the championship is inside. Mason climbs back inside here.
Mason knows all too well. Has never met a disqualification.
Oh, come
Talk
on.
about spitting in people's faces.
Typical Mason.
But Mason does it with dignity. It's different when Mason does it. And extremely intelligent as a tactic there. Now Charles Mason, the champion, is in control.
I gotta believe he is jockeying for that disqualification from our referee.
Well, any way he can hold on to that championship. I mentioned what happened in the match with Zilla last month.
Yes, indeed. Charles Mason knows all too well the get out of jail free card is present at every House of Glory Wrestling World Championship defense.
There you see him spit that water right in Carlito, or what I hope is water, back in Carlito's face.
Yeah, goodness.
But Charles Mason enjoys his work way too much to get himself disqualified this early in a contest. He has much more suffering to inflict on Carlito.
Knife-edge chop there by Mason.
You said Salamanca mentioned before that Charles Mason left that bout with Zilla drenched in his own blood and all smiles.
Pounding away on Carlito's head. And biting him. That's another Mason specialty.
Yes, indeed, and Carlito in a bad
He
way.
likes it. Mason is a sick, sick individual. Anybody who has watched him, anybody who has been around him, will tell you that firsthand. I can tell you that firsthand.
So are you a psychiatrist? Do you have a PhD, Salamonster?
Do you? You call
Of
yourself a
course I
doctor.
do. Of course I do. I'm a professor of ethics and moral philosophy.
Charles Mason stopped cold by the professor of drop kicks, Carlito.
You're a fraud. That's what you are.
My word. Salamonster and Dr. Hillary P. Wisdom going back and forth. Champion and contender, Mason and Carlito
Nice.
going back and forth.
Nice slam there by Carlito.
What does Carlito have in mind here? Perhaps about to go high risk?
I don't know, he's looking at that turnbuckle. We don't usually see him head up top. This is a little unusual.
He's done it once or twice. A very gifted flyer when he has to go to that drawer of the toolbox.
Carlito pulling out all the stops for this HOG Heavyweight Championship match.
The spirit of high intensity 12 has consumed our contender, perched on the top. Wait.
He's had other thoughts here.
First rope.
There you
Back
go.
down.
There you go.
Nobody home in the elbow drop. Carlito.
He thought better of it.
I understand the chain of reasoning, but Carlito took way long to get to the conclusion.
Yeah, he
He
took way
was-
too long. And fish hook
He was
by
watching.
Charles Mason.
He was watching our opening contest. He saw high risk leap and no reward for JJ Does.
And Mason again licking the hand. Must we do this?
It's Mason's favorite. Now the Irish whip. Falls over Carlito.
Nice back elbow.
Mason feeling himself now more than ever.
Mason is in his happy place.
Only Charles Mason in the middle of summer would wear a dress shirt and tie to the ring.
Uncorking with the knife edge chop. Charles Mason
Tucks the tie back in.
all smiles after the Mets trade deadline performance.
Charles Mason is a very fashionable individual, sartorially unmatched in House of Glory, etc.
Carlito just ate the boot. And Mason, he might be looking to sink in.
A figure four and now hanging up. That neck of Carlito being pressed against that top rope.
Count of 5 has to break. Well, I don't think he cares.
High tempo offense on display from Mason.
Mason on top. And
Nobody home on that double stomp. Bowled over by the opposite kick of Carlito.
Mason perhaps got a little bit ahead of himself in the machinations, chaining together offensive attacks.
I think we need a little more urgency here from Carlito, who's biting Mason back. What's good for one is good for the other.
What's good for champ is good for contender. Carlito now the back elbow.
Carlito maybe thinks that Mason's name is actually Macintosh.
Hey now. Now, downstairs, Carlito takes off.
Beautiful knee lift. And I mean, my goodness, that clothesline just mowed him down.
Southpaw Sizzler.
Carlito has the size advantage.
Outside leg hooked.
It's gonna take more than that to put Mason away.
Carlito, he's got options.
Well, if I were him, I'd be looking to cash in those options quickly.
Lest we forget the backcracker. He's got high-risk offense that he could unveil.
Mason wiggles free.
Cords the ripcord into the clothesline.
From the fish hook, not quite enough to put down Carlito.
Fish cord. And now, Charles Mason. You gotta believe he is thinking about one of those many chokes that he's got in his arsenal. The question is which one.
I don't want to think what is going through his head right now. I try to stay out of that man's head as much as possible.
Mason has the belt.
He's got the HOG World Championship. We've seen him use this before with other championships. He's not above using them as a weapon.
Referee trying to advise Mason for the better.
Again, Mason is trying to calculate.
Wait a minute. Is he leaving? He's leaving.
He thinks that Carlito's had enough.
Mason leaving with the HOG World Championship.
Wait a second.
Well, something's got to give here, folks.
Wait a minute.
That is that child that antagonizes Charles Mason at our events.
That's the little girl he flipped off.
And there's the sequel.
What?
Oh, I love it.
That juvenile delinquent?
I love it.
Hey, maker of a right. Carlito sends Mason back into the ring.
That child should be arrested. Put in juvenile detention.
I might give her a contract.
Dr. Hillary B. Wisdom has a phone call to make. Salamonster has a contract to draft. And Carlito, he's got that apple.
That's like his source of strength. That's his energy source.
Popeye's got the spinach.
Well, this is a travesty that's unfolding right now.
And Mason,
Thankfully.
Mason's great. He's got the apple.
Oh, and he's taking a bite. A massive bite, maybe a series. No, you wouldn't.
Oh no!
Oh, he spat it right back in the referee's face.
The referee is blinded. And Mason's been missed it. The apple missed of Carlito. Fireman's carry, TKO.
But there's no referee. The referee is down.
Still blinded by the bits of apple.
Carlito needs the smelling salts.
Yeah, that apple went right in his eye.
Apple juice in the eyes.
Carlito doesn't know what to do here. Mason back to his feet.
Wait a minute.
What is that? What is that?
He's got that leather belt, and he's using it as a garret.
It's choking him.
Trying to collapse the windpipe of his #1 contender.
And now the reign of terror is applied.
Wrapped around the belt, which is around Carlito's throat. How ingenious.
He's got that belt obstructed by his arm. The referee has no idea.
Through obstructed vision, absolutely not.
Oh, Carlito may be out. He's out.
Call it for the bell. The root of all evil, the reign of all evil rolls on here at High Intensity 12.
The nightmare rolls on.
Who is your winner by way of referee stoppage? And still the HOG World Heavyweight Champion, the root of all evil, Charles Mason.
As Mason takes a bite out of the apple. He took a bite out of Carlito tonight.
That obstreperous child tried to rob Charles Mason, but it was not to be.
See it one more time, the apple missed, and then the TKO from Carlito.
The referee, unfortunately, was down at the absolute worst time possible.
And the reign of Charles Mason rolls on. The reign of terror, if you will. Equal parts.
Mason should spank that delinquent. He has the belt in his hands.
I don't think Charles Mason is known for
All right,
spanking.
come on now. This is uncalled for.
And now missing the eyes.
Right in the idiot father's face.
Well, once again, living up to the
I
name
hope
on the
she
marquee.
cries herself to sleep tonight.
You know, you're a despicable human being. You know that?
Well, the
Me,
intensity.
not that father who allows his child to attack professional wrestlers when they're trying to do their job.
The intensity high in the wrestling ring and here at commentary. Johnny Torres, Jason Solomon, our commissioner, Dr. Hillary P. Wisdom on the call. We thank you for spending your Friday night with us here on Triller TV Plus for House of Glory Wrestling's High Intensity 12.
You know, this is one of those times where I wish an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It was true. That way, he would be away from us.
I see what you did there, sir.
This crowd showers Carlito with lots of love here in New York City.
HOG. HOG.